We're back for week 2 predictions because you know what? We were so good week 1. Let's do week 2. You feeling better this week, man?
Listen. I did pretty damn well last week.
You went under 500.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll come back.
Yeah, we'll do better this week, man. Week 1's always a roller coaster. But what's crack-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so go ahead and become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and let us know what you think in the comment section below. Who do you think's gonna win this week? I'd like to hear. It's fun. I'm here for the discourse. That's why we got Alex here. You excited? I know you're excited.
I'm always excited.
Your Steelers are coming off a win, dude. So I know you're stoked.
After I just said that they're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, we agreed, man. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Josh Allen regressed. I know, right? So let's go ahead and get into the week 1 matchup. Well, the Thursday night matchup. Week 2, Giants versus Washington. You go ahead and let me know.
Okay, so I think the main focus of this game is really going to be in the trenches. Because I think both quarterbacks are kind of underperforming what we'll actually expect of high-end, high-caliber NFL teams. But
to be fair,
I think he does do a good job.
Okay, I was gonna say Fitzpatrick.
No, I like him. yeah. Let's clarify something. I do like Heineke a lot. Maybe not to be a high-end NFL starter. However, I think that he is competent enough to lead this team to victory. Also, Washington's defensive front is ridiculous against the Giants, whose offensive line looked like Swiss cheese. Lots of holes in their game last week. So pretty easy decision for me. Washington, especially with Antonio Gibson still out.
Did you see that meme on Twitter of they're like Von Miller, man, him coming off the edge? He's got the Giants blocking one another, and it's literally like 2 Giants players. It was so bad.
I didn't see that, but sounds like a Giants thing to do.
Yeah, it does. I think I'm gonna go Washington as well. Because Heineke does bring some juice. You could go back to the playoff game against Tampa, and he looked reasonably good when he was in there last week. So the Giants it just looks like offensively they're not that inspiring. I mean, Shepard was their leading receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley could get anything started. The Giants' defense is pretty good, but you could only be good for so long. If you're constantly having to be put on the field, then
it's true.
Yeah. So I guess we're agreeing on that sucker.
Dude, Golladay looked nasty though. He was good. Did you see those grabs that he made? It was like Daniel Jones didn't have an inspiring performance, but he would have had a terrible one. We went for some of the grabs Golladay did downfield. So
yeah, and honestly, I think they need to throw downfield a lot more.
Yeah, I gotta give him credit for that because I just totally crapped on the Giants right there. He did a really good job. So cheers to him. Next game. This starts the Sunday slate. My Miami Dolphins. They get to sit there at home and welcome a Bills team fresh off that loss to a very interesting Steelers squad. So I'm actually gonna bet against the Dolphins again. 2 weeks in a row, man. As a Dolphins fan, I close my heart off. If they do well, pleasant surprise, but I ain't going to be hurt when they suck. So I'm just going to anticipate they suck. I didn't think Tua looked that good in week 1. Granted, for all intents and purposes, this is kind of like a rookie season for him. Yeah. The offensive line was hot garbage. There's that Liam Eichenberg just getting ran over. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Horrible. I think the Bills will bounce back, especially offensively. Steelers are a very good defense. Good defense. And I would say the Dolphins maybe not on par in terms of pass rush, but definitely the secondary could hold their own. But I really think the Bills will bounce back. I think Josh Allen will have a good game. I think they'll be okay. Yeah.
So I am also going to choose the Bills, but I think it's actually going to be a close game because, you're in Miami versus Buffalo. That's why I thought Buffalo was going to run away with it. They're at home. But, Miami is a place where upsets are born to happen, especially with these teams that are literally living up in freaking New England right now. So there definitely is a chance of that. But again, Tua was uninspiring. But that offensive line, I'll always go back to the trenches. The Bills have actually invested quite a bit in their offensive line or in their defensive line, and they brought back all their starters in the offensive line. The Dolphins have a worse pass rush than the Steelers. That's what really screwed everything up, was the fact that they could get the Steelers got pressure off the edge with TJ Watt. So I think the Dolphins have a good enough defensive front to where they can cause some problems, but they're not going to be as disruptive. Secondary is solid, but I think the Bills are much better suited in the trenches for one another.
Yeah,
So,
I was just going back and look how the Bills, how did they do pressure-wise last week?
Yeah.
And it won't so hot. It wasn't
No.
so hot. So,
No,
but I mean, honestly, this Miami offensive line, this is kind of the perfect pick-me-up for that defensive front. So,
definitely.
yeah. What's next on the slate of games?
I got the Bengals and the Bears. How about you?
Yes.
Do you want to kick it off? Or wait, I'm kicking this one off, right?
Yeah, you kick this off because I got to think about it.
Right. So this is an interesting one because the Bears actually were pretty damn competitive, except for two extremely blown coverage shot plays that they allowed. They actually were.
So bad.
It was shocking. It was genuinely shocking.
I don't know how they miss Van Jefferson on at least tag him.
Yeah, that was mind-boggling to me. So minus those two plays, the Bears actually did a pretty damn good job, even with the carrot himself. So there is some merit to be given to the Bears that they did not earn, given those two stupid plays. But the Bengals looked red hot, except they did give up that monster lead. Like, they did have like a formidable lead, not monster lead, formidable lead to the Vikings, and then went to overtime and won it. But I think the Bengals, like, the Bears just have such a good defensive front, man. I'm honestly, I was about to choose the Bengals right there. Like, the Bears can just, but they don't even have tackles. We don't even know Jason Peters. He didn't even last the game. And Tevin Jenkins is out. Dude, I'm switching back. I'm going Bengals here because, again, I'm talking about the Bears defensive front going against the Bengals. The Bengals defensive front against the Bears is going to be even worse. So I'm going with the Bengals right there.
Yeah, Bears actually have two of my favorite playmakers on offense in David Montgomery and Allen Robinson.
AR-12.
Both looked good. Darnell Mooney too, man. He was a focal point in that offense this past Sunday. So yeah, but still, you going back to just what are they going to do on that offensive line? At least in terms of the tackles. Not like the Bengals are a team that can consistently bring pressure, but yeah, I just don't see them being able to keep up with the Bengals. The offense looked really good. Burrow was getting the ball out quick, and guess what? Oh, Jamar Chase and his drop problems didn't show up.
We all said, just wait, don't overreact. People saying that. I got some dude in my comments, not going to call him out, but he said that Jamar Chase is the biggest draft bust since Jamarcus Russell, if I'm not mistaken. So all you guys say is just wait. It's the preseason. He literally didn't play football for over a year. Just wait.
Yeah.
And voila. 105 yards, 5 receptions, touchdown. Voila.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, the secondary for the Bears just it looked how I always assumed it would. So it wasn't good.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
but
I think Khalil Mack, he had a tough time getting pressure too, didn't he?
Yeah, dude. I think it was like Havenstein gave him some hell, man.
Oh yeah,
gave him some hell, which was kind of weird. But I still think that there's the potential for the Bears blowing this up, especially in terms of like stopping the run. You got Akeem Hicks in there, who's looking like his old self. Potential right there for some game-changing plays, but I'll take Joe Burrow over Andy Dalton any day of the week.
Yeah, I just don't see the Bears aren't explosive. Like they really only had maybe one or two big runs from Montgomery, like passing wise. I don't know. And what are they going to be doing? Like what they put Justin Fields in
a couple plays.
Yeah, and for a couple plays and took him out, and then had Andy Dalton throw that interception. So.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think Bengals are a good option.
Ooh,
they aren't the favorite either. So
I know. We're picking. We're both picking an upset, which means the Bears are going to win. But the next game is
based on how we did last week. Yes.
Yeah, dude, this next game is going to be tough. Are you going to choose the Texans again?
No, they got their one win. From here on out, I'm solely against the Texans.
They met their quota.
That's right.
Yeah. Should we even talk about this game? I mean, the Browns almost beat the Chiefs.
All
They should.
right. Well, okay. Let's be honest with the Texans. They looked like a really good team last week.
Against a really bad team.
They did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. A really bad team that you picked.
Yeah. I mean, because to be fair, they're both pretty bad teams.
Yes. Yes. But it's a more veteran team. I think they're going to be a lot more gritty. I use that word a lot, but I think they're going to be a lot more gritty, you know, because these guys are vets. They've been to the dance. Shoot, Mark Ingram was the lead back last week.
26 rushes.
Yeah. He's fantasy relevant. But yeah, no, the Browns, they had a tough loss against a Chiefs team that is a likely Super Bowl contender. The Browns, I think they rebound this week real easy. So, yeah, I guess there's not much to talk about in this game, but
yeah. But I mean, to be fair, I'm going to just bring this up. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Brandon Cooks is a very under the radar Hall of Fame prospect. This dude has been consistent throughout every single bump and every single high, every single low. He's been consistently probably the best receiver on his team.
I thought you were going to say player. You said Hall of Fame, so I'm a little more back offish. I don't disagree. Like this
I'm
man,
saying,
like
very under radar.
Yeah, like Cooks is like a premier journeyman.
Yeah.
It's wild, but
Well, I mean, like he's putting up 100, like close to like what 125 with.
Hasn't this cat doesn't he have like 1,000 yards in almost every season?
Almost every season except for one, if I'm not mistaken. And that's with Tom Brady, with Jared Goff,
Breeze,
Watson. I mean, there's some good ass quarterbacks in there, but you know, he came in and filled a void where DeAndre Hopkins left and was able to still put up some pretty damn good numbers. Like he's a very talented player. Somebody who deserves a lot more respect than he gets. I mean,
he only has 2 seasons under 1,000 yards. One was his rookie year, and then the other was the down year in LA.
Yeah.
So
it's like,
wow.
If he continues this, I'm saying if he continues the way he is, just want to give the Texans some credit.
How old is he?
He's like 27. He's 27.
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, his birthday is actually coming up in like a week, so
yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah.
So basically 28, but yeah, wow, man. Yeah, he'll probably get over 10,000 yards receiving.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's very under the radar, just saying.
Yeah, screw Pick'ems. Let's just talk about Brandon Cooks, man.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's really good. But starting off the next game, Rams and Colts, right?
This one, I was about to say a little toughy, but I don't think so anymore.
Like, I know Eric Fisher is on the questionable list, but I'm pretty sure he's not coming back.
Yeah.
So I think that it's pretty obvious. Again, the Rams are going to take this one. Even Braden Smith's on the questionable list, which means that even if he does play, there's at least something that he has to deal with. So I'm choosing the Rams there all day. And they're in Indianapolis, but it's a dome. Same situation. Matt Stafford can light it up.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, dude, Braden Smith, that offensive line in general, they came out looking bad against not a premier pass rush in squad in Seattle. So, yeah, it wasn't great. Like, Julian Davenport is he should never be a starting tackle in the league. Ever. I mean, I think Aaron Donald's going to eat, man. I mean, he eats every game, but especially this game. Dude, I like how the Rams offense looked, you know?
I think it was a little bit too hot in terms of like those chunk plays. Like, I just don't think that's very replicable week to week, but I think that they'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think they'll come back to the run game a lot more because that's just Sean McVay, you know? But I like that they went out and was like, hey, Stafford, go cook.
Yeah.
And he cooked.
Just sling it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I was a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I do think we're going to see a lot more down. I feel like Sean McVay has a lot more trust in Stafford than he did in Goff to consistently hit guys downfield.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is for the Colts, like their first like 4 or 5 weeks are really tough.
Yeah.
So
That's why don't start Carson Wentz till like week 9.
Yeah, I felt bad for Carson, man. I felt bad. That guy, huh?
He shouldn't be playing right now.
Oh, he should. I thought you said you shouldn't, and I was like, oh, okay. Screw you, Carson.
Yeah, screw him.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna be seeing a lot more pressure in this game. Like, it just sucks that offensive line is just not healthy. You can even make a case like Quentin Nelson, like he had to rush back from the same injury. So it's like, yeah. I guess we're both going Rams. Are we like agreeing on all this thus far?
Yeah, I don't think we've been divergent yet.
Oh man.
Which means we're losing all of these games.
Yes.
But we're gonna split on this one.
Patriots versus Jets. I got the Patriots. Mac and cheese, dude. I believed in him last week, and he was able to get my Dolphins the win, and I appreciate it. But this Jets squad, it's young, it's beat up. I said this before the recording, dude. They're a gritty team, but I think they're going to be a team that can stay in the game, but they're not going to be winning games. This is a rebuild. And New England, I think New England is just, they're going to win this team. Dude, they spent so much money in free agency. They have to win.
Yeah.
These are games that they have to win, so it just makes sense.
I'm not even going to highlight what the Patriots have. I'm just going to highlight the fact that the Jets don't even have Mekhi Becton. And we're just going to leave it there. The Patriots have a really lethal pass rush. You saw what happened to Liam Eichenberg. Like, dude got literally flattened.
He was buried.
Yeah. So
he almost took Solomon Kindley with him too.
Yeah. So I think that the Jets will not fare too well. And I personally, this is a pretty hot take. I wouldn't start Zach Wilson that week. I would just say, dude, Zach, you're gonna get killed.
That is a hot take.
I mean, it is. I just genuinely think he should not play. They're not going to win. There's no chance of them winning.
Yeah, they couldn't get the running game started at all. I know I was a Tevin Coleman owner, so
yeah,
it wasn't pretty. Yeah, offensively, it was tough, man, and that was just Carolina. I mean, Carolina's got a good squad, but I think the Patriots, man, defensively are a lot scarier.
Yeah, I think the Carolina Panthers are like an underdeveloped version of what the Patriots defense is.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're just going to see even worse this week. So I just genuinely don't think the Jets have a chance. And that's probably the game I'm most confident on this week, is that one. I just don't think the Jets have a single chance.
Yeah. I was looking ahead. I don't think we're going to be disagreeing much until the second slate of games.
Yeah. The Niners game, since I'll start off on this one, barring, again, we do this because we can't project injury. Obviously, barring injury, even though the Niners are already dealing with a lot, I think that they
also lost Jason Verrett. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. And Jason Verrett's gone out every single year of his career, man.
For the most
that poor guy cannot stay healthy for his life.
Dude, he would. That sucks. That's like injuries derailing a player. It's like Derrick Rose.
Yeah. It's worse than Derrick Rose. This guy gets on the field for 3 snaps and is tearing another ACL. But yeah, I think the Eagles showed they can do it, but I think the Niners offensive line is far better than the Falcons. And I mean, to be honest, it's I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to replicate what they can do. What they did against Atlanta.
Easy. Yeah, it's easy to do it against Atlanta. Atlanta was basically laying down. Yeah,
I'd be hitting the line right now.
Ball on me harder, daddy, is what I heard.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd be going over, it's saying the line for San Francisco is 3.5-point favorites. I would go over that. I think San Francisco should be 6.5 favorites.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Because that secondary for the Niners, it's not great.
No, it's not.
So Jalen Hurts, I think this could end up being a bigger shootout than what a lot of people may think. Wow, over and under is 50. Okay, maybe a lot of people think.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
might be a shootout.
Yeah,
I think what Philly did last week played to the strengths of Hurts.
I agree.
It's they took a lot of downfield shots,
Yeah.
I mean, they have the receivers to do so.
Yeah.
And Rager and Smith, and it worked out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the secondary for the Niners. The Niners are always going to play for the most part pretty decently. It's just the secondary. They're beat up. They could definitely use. Oh man, I was gonna say depth, but what they're gonna probably have Emmanuel Mosley out there, like who's starting next to him then?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
The Niners don't have much for a secondary right now, but I'll just say that the linebackers for the Niners can take out the Eagles tight end game.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm gonna be picking against the Niners here.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, Diamador Lenoir started.
Oh no.
My boy out of Oregon.
I cannot believe that.
Yo, that makes me hype, dude.
That is
Yeah,
embarrassing.
and then unfortunately Verrett went down. Dang, how many? It was Mosley. Mosley didn't even. He was probably. Oh, maybe he wasn't active for the game.
Well, he'll be back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're both on the Niners train right now. But I think Eagles could upset. That's one I'm not too confident in.
I know, and I'm tempted.
I'm tempted because I don't even know if Ayuk's going to be back either.
Yeah, I think this is a good litmus test, if anything, for the Eagles, for Jalen Hurts.
Totally agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, because I might not be the biggest fan of Hurts, but I'm not afraid to say if I'm wrong on a prospect, then I'm wrong. He looked really good. Granted, it was Atlanta. It was kind of like now it's time to take off the floaties, the training wheels, see what you could do against a true playoff contender.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how the offensive line holds up against the Niners' defensive front.
Yeah, I think the Niners will be fine. Like, it doesn't matter who's in the backfield. Like, that offensive line's so good.
The scheme.
The scheme is amazing, yeah. Like, everyone produces in that scheme. I could go in there and break off a 100-yard game.
Exactly. So, well, yeah, it's fine.
So this next game, I'll start it.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to make this one my upset. I'm going to go with Derek Carr and the Raiders. Because we were talking beforehand, and I was like, man, I rag on Derek Carr a lot. And I still believe that he's not a top 10 quarterback. But it was a very impressive outing, I thought, for the most part, against the Ravens. He's put out a lot of gutty performances last year. And you know what? I don't think Dan Moore is going to look good against Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue. Those guys were very impressive. And it was more impressive that they did it to tackle the caliber of Ronnie Stanley. I think that was the most impressive part. By no means do I think this is a good Raiders defense. Like Casey Hayward, he did his thing, but he's been good for almost this whole career. But
yeah,
it's not like the Steelers' offense looked good last week. So if the Raiders have this like bend don't break type of mentality, and they can hold the Steelers to like low digits, and they can wait for Derek Carr and Darren Waller to get just cooking, then then maybe watch out. I think I'm gonna go with the Raiders here. I think if we're gonna divert on one pick, this might be it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
Okay, good. I was like, oh dang it, dude! I swear.
No, because I think the Raiders didn't experience the pass rush that the Steelers have. To be 100% fair,
that is a great defense for this. Well, great front. Okay, I don't even want to say that. Like even the corners were pretty solid.
Yeah, Sutton was lighting it up.
I know, man. That makes me happy. I'm glad that he's more than just a slot guy.
Yeah,
like he's so diverse. He could play in the back. He could play deep. He could play in the box. He could do whatever you want from him.
Yeah, because I think that. Well, I mean, Ronnie Stanley was coming off a major injury, so I don't know if he was used to blocking with like how he is now. So I think he'll actually have a bounce back. Villanueva was released for a reason. I don't know why. I really don't, but apparently now we do. I don't think Dan Moore is better than Villanueva. He could be.
I'm not that high on Dan Moore though.
Yeah, I'm not that high on Dan Moore either. But he played well enough.
He did.
And I think that the Raiders secondary is not that great, and the Steelers have a really booming wide receiver core with a really good quick game. I just think the Steelers have what it takes defensive front wise as well as receiver wise to mitigate anything. And the Raiders, they had 2 insane throws by Derek Carr off his like back foot. Like, how often can you repeat that? Like lightning striking twice.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see on that one. I just put my cards on the table right there.
Yeah. All right, next game we got Saints versus Panthers. All right, tell us why Jameis Winston's MVP.
Jaboo. It's surprising that the Saints could actually perform the way they did, given the fact that A, they don't even have Michael Thomas, but B, they lost Marshawn Lattimore in the game and still didn't put up points. That was something that's extremely shocking to me. I am going to be very interesting here. I'm calling an upset with the Panthers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Nothing against the Saints. This is just a weird feeling. I just don't think the Saints will be able to lose Marshawn Lattimore and perform the same way they did against the Packers. I don't know. I think that the Panthers, like Chris McCaffrey, is just such a big asset. I'm not saying Aaron Jones is not. That would be blasphemous. But I think Christian McCaffrey is that dude. They have a lethal wide receiver room. And I think Sam Darnold has enough mobility to be able to evade pressure long enough. Aaron Rodgers just looked like he just was not comfortable with the speed of the NFL anymore. I remember, I think Dan Orlovsky pointed this out. Instead of keeping his eyes downfield, he looked directly at Cam Jordan on the throw where he threw the pick when he was going for Devontae Adams. He ended up not tracking how fast Devontae was going, and he looked directly at Cam Jordan to evade him first. So it just showed that he wasn't comfortable. He wasn't feeling everything right. So I think that Sam, I cannot believe I'm saying this, Sam could probably pull it out. And the Panthers defense is full of a bunch of young dudes who are pretty much a young version of the Patriots. I'm going upset.
Well, I'm going with who dat, the Saints. Jameis Winston, man. I think Breeze even said it, dude. He was like, hey, something they've been missing in recent years is the deep ball.
That was so funny. I was laughing my ass off.
Hey, man. I can appreciate a man that can laugh at himself.
Yes, true that.
But, yeah, no, it was nice. And it's not like the Saints don't have great weapons outside of Kamara. So I thought it was a very impressive effort by the Saints. And this could be an upset game. I don't see it happening, though. I think that defense is just too good.
Yeah.
Even without Lattimore, I think that defense is just too good.
It certainly can be. I would not be surprised if the Panthers get blown out.
Because they bring Roby in this week, right?
Who?
Bradley Roby.
I thought he was on the Broncos.
He was on the Texans. Then he got traded to the Saints before the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I swear I thought I saw Bradley Roby on the Broncos injury roster.
Nah. He hasn't been on the Broncos in years, my friend.
Well, who was that? Who I was like, dude, they have that as depth? I thought it was Bradley.
Darby. You're thinking of Darby.
My bad. That's my B.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I thought I just read him on the injury report. Well, I mean, yeah, Roby's solid enough. Yeah. I think that I'm saying the logical pick's the Saints, 100%. I just have a weird feeling the Panthers could pull it out.
All right, this next game might be a bit more fun. We got the Broncos versus the Jaguars.
Urban's revenge.
Yeah, actually, who do you got? Because I'm still trying to decide.
I got the Broncos all day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Teddy just looked comfortable. He looked like he was having a really fun time. And who did they play again? I'm forgetting. I'm
Giants.
blanking on the Giants, right? Yeah. Like, he looked comfortable against a pretty solid defensive front there, right? We were talking about this. We were going back. It's like, I don't know if the Broncos offensive line could hold up. And, there were some sacks that were allowed. But Teddy looked comfortable. His receivers looked like they were willing to bail him out. Losing Jerry Jeudy sucks. But they did. But
like Tim Patrick and like they got good depth.
3 more plus a tight end. 2 tight ends. They are loaded right now. And the Jaguars, they're trying to find out what they're doing defensively because, again, we saw probably the bottom 2 teams face off, and one of them looked significantly worse. Trevor needs to get more acclimated to NFL speed, too. So Broncos
I thought he looked a lot better in the second half.
Definitely. 100% he looked a lot more comfortable. But, man, that secondary for the Broncos, you got to watch out. This might be another 3-pick game.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I don't know why. I just needed someone to like. I was unsure. I needed that confidence, that reassurance.
Yeah.
It's the hair, man. Trevor Lawrence, man. He's got me twisted.
Dude, I was surprised to see Trevor put up 3 picks. That was not something I was expecting. One of them was like out of the hands of this receiver, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they should be better this week after Urban Myers goes to USC.
I mean, he probably should, to be honest.
Pull a Nick Saban, dude. In quicker time.
Yeah, he should. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest here. He should. He's not built for the NFL, man. People said like he could not ever deal with a loss in college.
Oh man, get used to that in the NFL, man.
Yeah, like, the NFL, dude.
Yeah. No, you're right. That defense is so vicious for the Broncos. I don't even know why I second guessed it.
Well, I mean, sometimes it takes like a thought, like a minute to actually think, and we're doing this all on the spot. We didn't plan this out beforehand.
Yeah.
Like this is all live. So there you go. We have unedited footage for you.
That's right. Matter of fact, this next game, I think this one's interesting. We got the Vikings versus the Cardinals. I liked the Vikings, and I don't like necessarily how slow they were last week. Oh, man, having to rally from behind to go to OT with the Bengals just to lose on a Dalvin Cook fumble, which that sucks. Yeah. That sucks. You know that'll probably be one of his like only fumbles all season.
He fell because of his fumbling issue at FSU, right? He had like 8 fumbles in his senior year.
I don't think it's been that like a problem though.
That bad. Well, it's because he hasn't been on the field too. But let's push that. But I love me some Dalvin Cook. That's why I don't want to throw shade. I love Dalvin Cook so much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Cardinals here. Chandler Jones. This, quite frankly, I guess depending who's gonna be lining up there at left tackle, this could be a 5-sack game.
Chandler Jones might break the record this year just because he got off to that hot of a start.
Yeah, I saw someone say he was like on pace for like 82 sacks, which would be an NFL record.
I wonder if they're going to adjust like the records to reflect the 17-game season. Just because
I know it feels kind of like
feels cheating.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know.
But then again, it's like you look at guys like Frank Gore, who their longevity has put them like near top in yards at their position. And I would never say Frank Gore was on par with like a Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
So
no, not even close. But regardless, I'm going Cardinals as well. I don't even think it matters who starts at tackle for the Vikings. You know, Taylor Lewan is an All-Pro, a former All-Pro, right? Like, at least he's an All-Pro caliber. That is embarrassing. He benched an All-Pro. That's ridiculous. And he's coming back with a vengeance, too. He got injured. He got like a torn ACL last year, right? That's why he was out. Like,
I don't think it was an ACL because I'm pretty sure he ended up returning later in the year.
He did? I might be bugging on that. Regardless, he looks really damn good. He looks in complete football shape. If you're able to make someone of that caliber look like a fool, that's not good. It's not good at all for you. And the Vikings, although they're starting to invest in their offensive line, are not even close to Taylor Lewan level of protection. So,
yeah, and just seeing how Minnesota's corners performed last week, I'm just saying they should play my boy Cameron Dantzler, but okay.
I think they got pissed at him in the preseason.
Yeah, dude. They what is it? Chris Boyd passed him on the depth chart, dude. I think it was an effort thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a personality thing for sure.
Yeah, but like, yeah, dude. Good luck, man. Good luck stopping Kyler Murray and D Hop and apparently Christian Kirk. Golly, dude. Yeah, I think Cardinals is a safe bet.
Yeah, well, I feel like people underrated the Cardinals so much because after what happened to Kyler Murray last year, including myself, I had the Cardinals going 14-2.
I think it's because a lot of people hate Cliff Kingsbury,
including myself.
Me too.
I genuinely think that he holds back Kyler Murray, and that's how good Kyler Murray is with him. Regardless, I think we've said enough about that game. Would
rest in peace, Vikings.
Yeah. Sorry, Vikings. Patrick Peterson is gonna fortunately feel what it's like to not be in Arizona anymore. The Falcons versus Buccaneers. Such a competitive game. The most competitive game. This might be okay. No, I'm not gonna say this is an easier one to decide than the Jets Patriots. I think Jets Patriots is an easier one to decide than this, but that's not saying much. This is like 0.1% harder to say because Ronald Jones is starting at running back. That's it. We'll see if a couple fumbles might change the pace of the game. But Buccaneers.
Oh, dude, I don't think he saw a carry right after that fumble, man.
He got benched.
Because I think, Giovanni Bernard came in.
Yeah. Then they're like, we'll start him this week. And I'm like, yeah, for 3 plays. Good one. But yeah, it's Buccaneers all the way.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think Kyle Trask could come in and win this game.
Yeah.
That's how bad Atlanta's defense is. I think we'll see a better offense this week with Matt Ryan and such, but I don't think it matters. That defense is so good. Dude, Vita Vea, my gosh, man. He's going to be licking his chops this week. Oh, because
I think,
is it Matt Hennessy that's starting at center right now for the Falcons, dude? And guess what? Matt Hennessy, he's my favorite type of prospect. He's an undersized center. Doesn't bode well for a matchup against Vita Vea, man.
Dude,
doesn't bode well.
Well, the thing is, also you have Levante David and Devin White to cover Kyle Pitts, their main weapon. So it's like, they're perfect to destroy the Falcons in every way, shape, and form. There's nothing they can do. If they win this game, I will officially not do this series anymore.
Well, thanks.
I'm saying in general, even if we weren't gonna do like a co-series in you missed a week or something, it's like I wouldn't do it.
Here, this game should be a lot more fun. Well, unless you like those type of lopsided victories. Yeah. But Cowboys versus Chargers, I think this is very interesting. I think this is where the Cowboys come back, they get their win.
Okay.
Herbert looked good, man. He looked real good against a very tough defense. I thought the blocking was very good, holding back that terrifying Washington defensive line.
Oh, yeah.
But, I think Dallas, they got the firepower. Without question. They probably faced one of the best defenses in the league, and they looked good. And I was glad that they stayed away from the running game, knowing that the Bucs, they're like, hey, Ziku? Exactly. And I like that they were like, just put the ball in Dak's hands. He threw the ball 58 times.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude, let the man cook. And I think he can cook against the secondary. Like, Derwin James, he's great. I was a big fan of Sonny Samuel in the draft.
Yep.
But, like, Chris Harris, he's Chris Harris, man. You got to love the guy. How he plays, it's up and down. He's at that point of his career, man. That's why he wants to like kind of exclusively just kind of play in the slot. But no, I think Cowboys come out and they win this game. I think they are not going to start the season 0-2.
I think the Chargers are coming home to their first game in SoFi with fans, with a crowd. That might charge up the Cowboys as well because that stadium is unbelievable. But I think that the Chargers will be able to pull it out.
Well, that would have to mean the Chargers would have fans in attendance. Because Dallas, their fans will show up.
Their fans will show up, but also Justin Herbert fans will start to show up because the Chargers finally have someone that they kind of like. So I think that the defense is enough to give the Cowboys some hell. I think honestly, they'll be good enough to hold off the Cowboys enough. Because again, I think the Chargers are just that good.
Yeah, no, I think this is two very good squads.
They're two excellent teams, and I think again, just being in Inglewood for the first time with fans, even if they're not their fans, it's gonna be a victory for LA. They have to do it. It's their homecoming.
Nice. I'm glad we disagree on a few of these.
I know. Who gets the record?
This one might be interested. Titans versus Seahawks.
Oh, damn.
How do you feel?
I'm gonna rock the Seahawks here because the Titans got torn up in coverage, and that's against a team that has Christian Kirk as probably their number 2 guy versus Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and now D Eskridge. Like, really? It was so cool when it was Dwayne. But regardless, the Seahawks are just kind of built to be able to destroy the Titans if their secondary can't hold up. Russ cooks in the start of the year every single time. Just the Titans couldn't get the running game going. They could do it this game, but I have my doubts.
Yeah, the Titans really played uninspired football against Arizona. It really looked like Arthur Smith was a big reason why this offense was pretty darn good. They couldn't run the ball effectively against the Cardinals. They couldn't protect Ryan Tannehill back there or give him time to even get the ball out. It was a very poor effort, but I do think they can rebound. And that's definitely. It's going to be, dude, that's tough though. They're going into Seattle too.
Yeah. I think the issue with me is not that the Titans can't come back. I think it's just that the Seahawks.
Yeah, and this is early season Seahawks too. This is where Russ is cooking.
Yep. He's lighting it up.
Man. Yeah, you're right. I was about to go Titans here. You talked me out of it.
Dude, if Derrick Henry gets going, any game can change.
Yeah, that would just they need to that offensive line needs to step back up. Like Taylor Lewan, dude, he came out on Twitter was like, "Hey, dude, I got my butt whooped, man."
This is the team to be able to come back against. So there's definitely a chance.
Yeah, because their pass rush is not that good. I know it looked good against the Colts, a beat up, unhealthy Colts offensive line, but it's not that good. It's not that good.
I just think that the Seahawks can just be better on the offensive side.
Oh yeah, No, you totally pointed it out, dude. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. That's
it's ridiculous. And you don't even talk about Gerald Everett.
Oh yeah, dude. What a nice low key signing.
Yeah, that was like, damn, that's a really good signing. Yeah, what do you think about the Chiefs and the Ravens though?
Well, I felt a lot better during the first half of the Monday night game.
Yeah.
And then the second half happened. I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs, man. I know the Ravens, like, they're a good squad. Honestly, they should have lost that game. Like, 3 fumbles by Lamar Jackson. Like, it was just wonky. And then the pressure that was allowed. But the Chiefs are a hard team to bet against, man. Because, like, if you can't keep up with them score-wise, then good luck. And honestly, that defense isn't bad. It's not a bad defense.
It's good enough.
It's good enough, yeah. That's what they pride themselves on, being good enough.
Yeah, talking about bend but don't break. Like, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. As long as they can hold a team under 30, the Chiefs will be fine.
As long as they hold them under 40.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just so hard to bet. Like, even if they're down, like the Browns, they were in control of that game for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Browns are way better overall as a roster than the Ravens, especially without J.K. Dobbins and Dustin Williams.
Considering all the injuries too, man.
Yeah.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah, so I think we're locked up. Yeah, this is Chiefs all day. Yeah. And then do you want me to end it off with the most inspiring game?
Dude, they played well. I think there's a lot more to this Monday night game. Like, dude, the Lions, they played pretty well, I thought. They did what they had to if they were going to try to win the game.
They were down like 42-17 with 2 minutes to go. And they ended off with 33 points. Like, you're saying that they looked a lot better than they did. I think they look a lot worse than what the score says. Like, they did not have a competitive game.
I'm just saying, I'm surprised the offense scored.
I will agree with you on that one. I was surprised I thought the split was going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, it did surprise me that they kind of funneled all the receptions to like TJ Hawkinson and Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift. Like everyone but their receivers.
Is what they should do.
But I think the Packers coming out, getting blown out like that, I think makes this game maybe a little more interesting to talk about.
I just think Aaron's going to have a fire lit under his ass. I think he was like thinking, oh, well, I'm going to come out and have the last dance and I'm going to just light it up. And then his coach called him embarrassing. So I think it's kind of time for Aaron to just say, "I ain't no embarrassment."
Yeah,
So
I ain't just a Jeopardy host.
yeah, maybe he will be.
Yeah,
And
no,
if he-
I agree. I think Aaron comes out and it's like, yeah, no, this ain't flying, especially for a team in the Lions that, well, now they lost essentially probably their best corner.
yeah,
Yeah,
for the
so
year.
it's gonna be rough defensively, I think,
Oh
for
yeah,
the Lions, but
yeah,
man,
totally.
I think it's gonna be an interesting game because I mean, dude, the NFC North always play each other fairly well. They're like the NFC East when it comes to division games.
Most divisions know how to play each other really well. It's a surprise to me. It's why like you can never count out the Dolphins when we're talking about the Bills Dolphins. It's like you can't count them out.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, Ryan Tannehill's Dolphins beat Tom Brady, right? They beat him in like the last game of the season, got into the playoffs. They can do shit. So, yeah, I mean, this game probably like I'm underballing it, lowballing it, and you're highballing it from our intro to the game. But the Lions are not complete crap. They have Taylor Decker, who's an extremely talented tackle.
he's out.
I know. I'm saying in general.
Oh, in general, okay. I was like,
Yeah, no, I know
not
that
this week.
Yeah, yeah. But like I'm saying, the Lions in general as a roster, Taylor Decker, Penny Sewell actually was the highest graded rookie tackle last week. So he had a big
Yeah,
bounce
well,
back.
I mean, what he was playing left side too, right? Because of
I don't-
Decker.
And was he?
I'm pretty
That'd
sure
be-
he was playing on the left because Decker being out.
Well, that'd be great. But yeah,
I mean,
Sewell.
that's what he's comfortable with, you know.
It's true. Sewell definitely like you have that duo.
Yeah, he's playing
In
at
2
the
years'
left.
time. Yeah, in 2 years' time, that could be the best tackle duo in the NFL. Like there's a chance if Sewell continues to develop like that. I mean, you got Ragnow in the center too. Like the team, they have a lot of pieces. They have a lot of good pieces, but they just need to come together on the other side.
Yeah, this is a rebuild. I mean, it's fine. You got Jared Goff, but come on, let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. It's a rebuild.
It's a rebuild, but they're not as crap as people think. Like the Texans are only mediocre because they have a bunch of 1-year contracts. The Lions actually have some dudes who are developmental and on their roster for a while.
That's the worst thing about a team that you know is in a rebuild when they're competitive.
Yeah.
Just like when the Jacksonville Jaguars almost threw away the first overall pick last year. And
the Raiders.
Oh, actually, it was the Jets that cost them.
Yeah, the Jets.
Oh my
messed up.
gosh, dude. Ugh.
The Raiders are literally the epitome of this.
Exactly. You get that sucks because the Titans were there too with Marcus Mariota. Took that trade for Ryan Tannehill to really push them over the edge. I know it's not looking good right now, but I don't think a lot of that's on Tannehill.
With Kirk Cousins too, is Jimmy G for the most part until they went to the Super Bowl is like just guys who are talented dudes who are pretty damn good. They just usually don't cut it anymore. And it leads to your franchise not getting over the hump and being in mediocrity because you're not getting the right guys, not the best young kids, and you're just in a perpetual cycle of mediocrity.
Yeah.
That's
It's a bad place to be.
It's much worse than a rebuild.
Oh, yeah, dude. You don't have to tell me, man. Dolphins fan.
Why do you like Steelers now? What do you think? We're literally latching on to everything. We're signing Melvin Ingram and like having Ben Roethlisberger come back saying he's like getting a nutritionist finally. It's like, dude, our team is not going to be able to withstand the power of the Chiefs. I don't know how the hell we were able to deal with the Bills, the Browns. Like,
gosh, you're coming off from being spoiled by Ben.
Well, exactly. That's the
Roethlisberger.
point. Like, well, I mean, that's the whole entire point is that our team was really good, and now we're clinging on to mediocrity, which is going to hurt us in the long run.
Yeah. We'll see about that though. It's a team that's got a lot of pieces in place. I think
Until
it
Mac
won't
Corral
be.
comes.
Yeah, right. I don't think it'll be that hard to reload or find the right quarterback.
Well, I mean, I think that maybe 1 or 2 more offensive line pieces, unless they develop properly, and then a young quarterback. Yeah, you're back. But some teams are that close, and then they don't do it, and then they start losing players, and they end up becoming the Raiders.
Yeah. Detroit, you don't want to be there, man. No, Jared Goff he's a bridge. You're going to have to cross him at some point.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think for the most part, We split on Cowboys,
Cowboys?
Chargers,
Shoot.
Saints, Panthers,
Yeah, that one you're gonna
Raiders,
get.
Steelers. Did we agree on everything else? Did we both go with the Cardinals? We both went with the Seahawks. So what? We only split on 3 games.
We split on 3 games. Honestly, that's not that bad.
That's not bad. That's a weird. It's gonna be a weird week 2.
Yeah, I think that our records are gonna jump because of this.
Hopefully,
Like,
man. It was a bad week, man.
dude, I'm already having doubts about that Panther selection, but I'm gonna stick to it.
Well, now that they got the the mixed reality Panther in the stadium, dude. The Saints are gonna walk in intimidated. What the hell is that?
I know. We'll see how it goes.
I saw that crap on Twitter. I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really cool.
Looking at it right now.
It's cool, ain't it?
It's actually kind of sick. But I mean,
it looks kind of like poor CGI. Just the Panther doesn't look that realistic. But I mean,
yeah.
for what it's supposed to be, I think it's super cool.
Oh yeah. No, I think I'm gonna stick to it. So that's my picks.
All right, sweet. So that's it for the video. Let us know in the comment section below, who are your picks, why are your picks, and yeah, all that good stuff. Let's have the discourse. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.